There is a secret history. Since the dawn of time, man has used psychedelics, from the ancient myth of Adam and Eve until today. From the earliest shamans, witches, and priests of the elusive mysteries, to the modern-day ayahuasca cults, every society has seen psychedelics in the advancement of the self. Psychedelics have been drunk, sniffed, smoked, shot, and eaten by those who knew of their innate power. Visions and altered states of consciousness have been used in every era and corner of civilization as an access to the divine. Despite their power, they have been demonized by society. What place do they have in our future? The psychedelic experience unlocks the secret.
The cubic Ark of the Covenant, the Moldavite-infused black meteorite that hundreds of thousands of devout believers circle as an act of genuflection and interface to God.
Architects for Dionysus, so they were called. It was believed that King Solomon hired them to rebuild his temple. They were mystics, worshippers of the god Dionysus, who passed on their knowledge through secret ceremonies and mathematics. There exists a key which connects these two.
Ironically, this may hold the secrets of the Philosopher's Stone, for within the atomic element of certain space metals and stardust is the very geometry and interwebbing of what the holographic universe is composed of. We lack the knowledge on how to extract it completely, but we catch glimpses of it on LSD and DMT, and when physicists shoot protons at neutrons so fast that it approaches the speed of light. A realm of unbelievable discovery is just around the corner. The supple gleaming presence of the snake.
The fabled galactic alignment. Their observation of the heavens above directly influenced their worldview below, on Earth. The Mayan shamans, or spiritual leaders, used hallucinogenic plants and substances to enter an altered state from which they were able to bring back wisdom and knowledge, enabling them to interpret their heavenly observations.
Izapa really was a kind of New World Eleusis. In the Old World, Eleusis was a place where seekers were initiated into the sacred mysteries. And at Izapa, initiates, those seeking knowledge, were brought through a process of understanding this new galactic cosmology. And clearly, sacred plants was part of this. We know that ritual mushroom stones were found in the region around Izapa, so we know that there was a kind of mushroom cult going on there. And we also know that dimethyltryptamine is a powerful hallucinogenic that can be harvested from the glands of the bufo toad. And Stela 6 at Izapa, for example, depicts the bufo toad, and it actually shows the toad's glands with vision scrolls coming out of the glands. This actually indicates a very clear proof that they were aware of the vision-producing effects of the gland secretions. So it's very clear that Izapa was an initiatory center that utilized hallucinogenic plants and substances in order to facilitate expansion of consciousness so that larger perspectives could be embraced.
The Inca, the Hopi, the Mayans were all shamanic cultures, and they entered into altered states of awareness in order to access this body of wisdom, which is infinite. So to do that, they had to step outside of ordinary time, which is the opportunity we all have today as we come to the end of time, is to step into infinity, to step into this body of ancient wisdom.
We can learn from ancient civilizations. And so I hope I've played some part in reintroducing the wisdom of the ancient world to the modern world, and helping people to open their eyes and open their ears and hear what the ancients have to say to us. And more recently also the recognition that the shamans of tribal and hunter-gatherer societies around the world, with their systems and techniques for contacting the spirit realm directly, also have a great deal to teach us. So, I would advocate a kind of reversal of the normal order of things. It's not we in our scientific and technological world, where everything is rooted and grounded in a material and mechanistic view of the universe. It is not we who may place ourselves above the civilizations of antiquity. We may not say that we are greater than or better than the shaman in a small village in the Amazon. Those civilizations of antiquity and those tribal shamans today have a huge amount to teach us, and we can only recover the better part of ourselves if we are willing to listen to what they have to say. So I suppose that's what I've tried to do. I've tried to say this that came before, this knowledge of the spirit world that shamans still possess today, this is what really matters about us. Let's listen to it.
Sacred plants will give you access. They'll give you access to these domains, but that's the easy way. Shamanic training is very rigorous. It demands that you spend time in nature and vision quest, and not just increase the serotonin levels in your brain so you can experience the divine for a fleeting moment and then come back into a life that is hell. So you have to be willing to pay your dues, to do the work, to spend time in nature, to spend time with yourself, and not just increase the levels of dopamine or certain brain chemicals that stimulate bliss. The psychedelics have opened the doors for many people in the West, but opening the doors and walking through them are very different things.
Ultimately, no one can be sure what 2012 will bring. Cascading crises climaxing in some sort of apocalyptic event, or advancement into an enlightened era of human existence. However, most researchers who have studied the ancient mythology carefully bring back a message of hope, albeit one that requires us to participate and help bring about a new golden age.
I think that the core teachings are there and present in the Maya creation myth, and it does relate to the galactic alignment. It relates to this opportunity that we have to reconnect with our true selves, with the unity consciousness, through which we can solve the intractable dilemmas of the world. We have to get back to that unity consciousness and awareness of how we as individuals fit into the whole. This is not a call to annihilate the ego or to annihilate our sense of individuality. It's really a call to be aware of our individuality at the same time that we're aware of the larger picture. But it does require that we choose to be actively engaged in the process. It's not something that's going to happen automatically. That's kind of the interpretation of a cop-out or something like that. We really have to understand that we do have a choice.